ready. Waiting on your order, Captain. Orbit locked. You just look at that view. All clear. Time to land this ship.
Yes?
Hello, Captain.
It's good to be out and about. The lodge gets stuffy sometimes.
We did it! We have overrun.
Atlantis that would give their left arm to be here right now. Coming here is the sort of thing I dreamed of when I was a child. take a moment and clear your head, by all means. Definitely took a shortcut there. junk? reactor there, or should we find some more?
I'm up for a little adventure. Coming up on the end of a long ride here. We got all the artifacts. You ready for what comes next? Might not see each other on the other side. Hey, this face is a co-family institution, I'll have you know. Probably some obnoxious bust of it lying around the estate somewhere. Hey, listen, you're probably wondering about Cora. I played it over in my head 1,000 times, and I've made up my mind. She's coming with. I know what everyone's gonna say, but even if I told her no, she'd find some way on board that ship. And if we stayed behind, we'd both regret it. Glad to know you still got that sense of humor of yours. Okay. Let's get it, huh? The unknown is right over the next bend.
Do you need something? Finally. These new universes won't know what hit them. Forget about the Starborn and the Hunter. It's Barrett and company from here on out. Oddly enough, still not the strangest thing I've seen in the universe. Look, if this is a are we doing this or not talk, then stop right there. We're doing this. The multiverse waits for no one. You wouldn't be the first person to say that. Well, not the multiverse part, obviously. Although, from a chaos theory perspective, maybe. Come on. We didn't do all this not to take the final step. Now let's get going. Hey, when you're not busy, let's chat. This is amazing. The unity, the multiverse. This is everything and more, literally. You were probably just as surprised. Come on, it's mind-blowing. This explains so much, though. They're disorganized, petty, weird, and also deeply fascinating at the same time. Because they are just people. We never rule that out, but it feels so good to know we weren't fighting against robot alien ghost gods or something. Seriously though, you're right. Time is the key. We're only limited by time. Or maybe not. Hell, I don't even know. Isn't it marvelous? But it all comes back to this. We don't know what will happen if you enter the Unity. You might lose yourself or become a two-headed space shark. There are too many variables. Yeah, even so, I don't see how we can't do this. I really don't see another option. Of course, at the end of the day, it's your choice. But I will say this. Our entire purpose in Constellation is to explore. Why would we stop now? The way I see it is, anybody entering the Unity has no more regular people concerns. But I do. That's my only worry. I just feel like I would be susceptible to becoming one of the bad ones. And I cannot do that. My 100-year-old grandma would become a starborn, track me down, and I can't even say what would happen. But it might involve the space shark ghost god thing. Anytime. The possibility of turning evil aside, I appreciate you taking the lead on this. You're guiding Constellation to new frontiers, new discoveries, and we should all follow your example. On that note, there's something else I'd like to discuss with you, if you have time. It's not on the scale of entering the Unity, but it is tangentially related. Thanks. This has been swirling in my brain goo for a while now. So, I've been pondering over what's happened and what it all means. And I've got a favor to ask. A teensy-weensy favor. About the size of a plank limb, really. I think it's time I joined you in the physics-bending powers business. See if one of those temples works for more than just you. Marvelous. I'm glad you're as gung-ho about this as I am. As it so happens, I've already talked to Vladimir. Seems our eye in the sky is back up and running. He sent me the coordinates for the temple already. We just have to visit.
Ship's good. Let's go. And we're back where we belong. mark this button. Sam, buddy. Cora borrowed some of my things without asking. You wanted me to tell you if it happened again.
Oh, good grief. What'd she borrow?
A sample of a unique mineral that displays some lifelike qualities. Been in a box for years. Not a big deal.
I'll talk to Cora. She knows she has to ask.
She's a smart kid, Sam. A really smart kid. You're in trouble, you know.
Trust me, it's all I ever think about. Hey, good to see you.
What is it?
Times like this when I can't believe how lucky I am to do this for a living. Oh, this is it. Just look at this. Sometimes these places are kind of creepy.
Hello, universe.
Just being serious.
This is Barrett.
Uh-oh.
Returning your call.
Something's happening. Something big. And maybe weird. What in the... Who in the... I certainly didn't expect this. Whoa. Hello, handsome. You got to be joking. Nope. Okay. Skipping the initial shock of it all. Agreed. Not worth it. Forming a hypothesis. You know, my captain asked the same thing. Different captain, though, so you aren't an exact facsimile. From my readings, you don't have your appendix, and you're 1/4 of a centimeter taller than me. Minor differences, but fascinating. I wonder what else is different. Me. Accurate. I'm just, passing through. Molecular binary schism? Temporal twinning? Group hallucination? Don't forget the fluctuations in the energy patterns, which align almost deterministically. Harmonized vibrations distorting some mechanical barrier between neighboring universes? Impossible to know with such a minute subset of readings. We need more data. Obviously. Why stop at 2? It won't work. The energy required increases exponentially per anomaly. I'm already exhausted. In a way that's hard to describe. Not physically or mentally, but something else. Sorry, friend. You'll feel right as rain when I dissipate. Whoa there. Sustaining this connection requires a lot of concentration. Is this permanent? You will eventually monitor the energy fluctuations and agree. But no, this is unusual. I could study this forever. Irvin told me to just enjoy it and collect data on the side for later. And I'm glad I did. Irvin? He's with you. He's... okay? By the tone of your voice, I'm gathering some things in our lives might be a bit different. Is he happy? Yes, he is. Our daughter pilots the ship after Vasco was destroyed. But otherwise, we've survived the war well. My husband? He passed 20 years ago. It's been so long. The horror of the infinite is the inclusion of the unimaginable. I promise. He's happy. We're happy. Oh, man. I only hope the new one we're building is just as salty as the last one. Amazing. Sounds like you don't have a daughter here, I take it. No. We talked about it, but no. We named her after Aja, my mentor. She died in the crossfire between the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective decades ago. For me, Irvin died instead of Aja in that crossfire. She's best friends with Cora, and she's smart as hell. Of course she is. I have so many questions. I wonder how many paths I've taken, we've taken, how many variations, how many ended with heartache, and how many with joy. I think about that all the time. Wait, what's that noise? Starborn ship. We can handle this. On it. Times we see these, I'm always going to be impressed. Something happened. I can't hold on to you. I'm struggling. Amundsen, cherish every moment with them.
I already do, my friend. I promise.
So look, for the record, I am the same Barrett that came here with you. For sure. I think. Could you imagine if I just kept pulling other Barretts into existence? Forever? An entire universe full of me. True. How would I stand out in a crowd made entirely of myself anyway? Anyway, it's a relief, you know. I have this ability, this power. And I'm still just me. Just regular Barrett. And I already feel like it's subsiding. I no longer feel like I'm in a huge crowd. Yes, though it takes a lot of concentration. If I do it a lot, I bet I'd give myself a headache. From myself. I'm my own migraine. I thought so too. Other me, other Barrett, seemed like he was able to handle himself well in that fight. Anyway, we'll see. If the other me gets in the way, I can just release him or stop using the power entirely. For now, I just need to use this power a bit and digest what all has happened. That's pretty exhausting, really. So I might only do it when I feel like we could use backup. For now, anyway. Got my attention, Captain. Uh-huh.
Hey, you might want this.
Tired of me already? Well, we can cover more space separately this way. Sure, I've got a minute. Yeah, I do. How did you know?
Yeah? Yes? I'm more than ready. Let's go.